We are here with Andrew McCart, rare on-camera appearance from IFL TV. Just fresh off the Fury Wilder fight in Vegas. Got to get your assessment because I'm sure you've asked people a lot. What is their assessment? I got to get your assessment of the fight. What did you think?
I was amazed. I was shocked. I was Fury up until I got to Vegas. When I got to Vegas, I was like, Wilder looks good. And I don't like making predictions, obviously being that we are media and stuff like that, but when I got to Vegas, like, oh my gosh, it's a 50-50 fight now. And when Tyson came out and said he's going to stop him and he's going to come in at 270 pounds, I was like, man, no way. But then he's proved everyone wrong time and time again. He proved me wrong. He proved all the talking heads on Fox News and Fox Sports 1 and ESPN wrong. So, I'm shocked that he actually went out there, put it on Tyson from the first bell until the towel got thrown in the 7th round. So he's a gypsy king. He's a gypsy king. Like shades of Ali in terms of he predicts, he tells you what he's going to do and he goes out. I'm not saying he is Ali. So people in the YouTube comments, don't hate me. I'm not saying he is Ali. I'm saying it's shades of Ali in terms of the way he goes out there and says, I'm going to stop him in 2, I'm going to do this, I'm going to put it on him from the first bell, I'm coming in 270 pounds, I'm going to lean on him, I'm going to do this. Predicted the whole thing apart from the round and executed it. So what can you say?
Super impressive. What I did want to ask you this because from the outside looking in, right? We don't know all the details, but it seems like to a degree Fury wasn't fully embraced by the UK fans until maybe a couple of years ago, until maybe the first Wilder fight. Would you say that's fair? Yes. And why do you think that's changed?
I think Joshua was the golden child coming out of the Olympics in 2012, winning the gold, then signing with Eddie, then obviously with the Sky machine behind him, or the profile, building his profile up to this guy. And Joshua was a sound guy. Like he's saying all the right things. Tyson's coming out and saying things like, he's saying things towards people and stuff like that. He's like, I don't give a shit, I don't do this, I do that. Can I swear on this channel?
Absolutely.
Yeah, right, okay. So he's saying things that Joshua isn't saying. Joshua's being more diplomatic, being polite, being humble about things when Tyson isn't. And because Tyson's got the Sky machine behind him and the PR behind him and stuff, I think the fans gravitated towards Joshua. And when Tyson's saying all these derogatory things towards certain people and certain things and what you're not, the fans sort of didn't like him that much. But then what he's done in terms of the mental health thing, blowing up to 400 pounds, losing the weight, helping people with mental health, and then just basically flipping the whole script and showing the real Tyson. Sometimes you say things just to get your name out there, or say things to be like, oh, why is he like that? F that guy, I want to be like that. You say things just to get your name in there. You've been in the fight game, you know what fighters are like. As soon as a fighter's doing well, you get one fighter who maybe is on the cusp, be like, oh, fuck that guy. I want to be where he is so I can knock him out. And you're saying things just to get up there. MMA fighters do it, boxers do it. It's just one of them things, you know? So, yeah, he wasn't embraced up until maybe he lost the weight, but what he's done, man, the guy's a legend, a living legend.
It's changed now, obviously.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Like I think in Manchester, when he got off the plane in Manchester, the crowd, the media and all the crowd that came out to support him and stuff like that. I mean, that was probably one of the best. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it's one of the best British fights on foreign soil for a British fighter. I mean, coming in the American's backyard, fighting an American heavyweight. How many British heavyweights have done that? Maybe Lennox Lewis. But not many. Not many have come into America and conquered America, fought an American heavyweight. Americans you've dominated the heavyweight division. And for the last maybe 2-3 years, it's finally our turn. But who knows how long that'll last, because you always come back, so...
Well, from your perspective...
You're not coming in, you look like a big heavy, you look like you can handle yourself. What's going on?
More of a American football guy.
What are you, offensive line?
Yeah.
I knew that.
We're tired.
You're tired.
Wilder, does this damage his legacy? No?
Nope, it does not. I mean, the guy, just because he's lost a fight, Muhammad Ali lost a fight, did that damage his legacy? Joe Frazier lost a fight. George Foreman lost a fight. Any of their legacies damaged? Not one.
It's the heavyweight division, right?
It's the heavyweight division. Floyd Mayweather created this whole persona around that zero. Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robertson all lost fights. Roberto Duran, who I think is an absolute legend. My favourite fighter, Roberto Duran. He's lost fights. The best British fighter in the history of the sport, Ken Buchanan. Yes, I said it, Ken Buchanan. The best British fighter in the history of the sport, Ken Buchanan, lost a fight. Fighters lose fights. It doesn't damage the legacy one bit. And while there's still 42 wins, 41 knockouts, that speaks for itself. Granted, he's not the best boxer. He's not the greatest boxer on the planet. He can fight. He can't box. That's the difference with Wilder. And the thing with Tyson, that he can box and he can fight. And when you amalgamate the two, you've just got a pure fighter. When Wilder can't amalgamate fighting and boxing, if that makes sense, he can't. He can only fight. So when he comes up with somebody who's elite like Fury, that's it. I mean, the first fight, look what he done. He dropped Fury twice, albeit that Fury had 2-0 fights in 6 months losing the weight, but still, he gave him a close fight in that first fight, didn't he? So
for sure. And, most objective boxing fans have a 2-0 Fury right now as well.
Yeah.
Do you give Wilder a chance in the trilogy? Puncher's chance because it was the power.
Obviously, a puncher's chance, but I just think the beatdown in that second fight there, when you had Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury was training to lose weight for that first fight. He was training to lose weight, not training to fight. He was training to lose weight. Now, this second fight, he was training to fight. He was training. The weight had gone. He wasn't training for anything else. It was solely to fight. Everything was fundamental. It was boxing. Sit down on his punches, body shots. How many heavyweights go to the body? They're all headhunters. He went to the body. He switched it up perfectly, and that was a whole game plan. But in that 6 months, from losing the weight to Wilder in the first fight, that was all about the weight. It was all about losing weight, and I don't know. I just think that the third fight, after that beatdown in the second fight, he's got the right to exercise the rematch, the trilogy. Sorry, he's got the right, obviously, being the former champion. But on a selfish point of view, again, and I'm being selfish, I know I am. I want to see the Joshua fight.
That was going to lead into my next question. I'll make it the last one too, because I know you got stuff to do. All right. The queue is massive for Eddie. How do you early predictions on Fury Joshua? How do you see it going?
You see the splinters on my arse? I'm sitting on the fence. I've got wood splinters up my bum, and I ain't picking that fight. I ain't doing it. Yeah, I'm 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50 fight. I mean, well, yeah. But Fury's the number one guy in the heavyweight division. He is the guy in the heavyweight division. I will say that. But Joshua has proved that when I think he got a silver in the Worlds, he came back and won a gold in the Olympics. When he got dropped against Dillian White as an amateur in his sixth fight, whatever it was, he came back and won the ABAs. When he lost against Andy Ruiz in Madison Square Garden, he came back, immediate rematch, and put a boxing masterclass really. Boxed off the back foot. Jab, run, 1-2, hold, 1-2, similar to what Klitschko does. And Joshua he takes his losses, and you can call them learning process thing, because he takes them and he learns more from a loss and comes back and does even better. Like I said to you, world silver, came back, won Olympic gold. Dropped by Dillian White in the sixth fight in the amateurs, came back and won the ABAs, which I think is the Golden Gloves in the States. So got beat by Ruiz, came back, reassessed himself, came back and done exactly what he needed to do. Embarrassed Ruiz that second fight, really. Ruiz promised everyone he's going to do the same thing again, and didn't execute it. So you can never write Joshua off. But right now, at this moment in time, Tyson Fury is the top of that tree. You could argue he's pound for pound top 10 in the world right now. I wouldn't say he's up there. I wouldn't say he's up there with Crawford, Lomachenko, and Canelo, but he's in the top 10. I would say.
Me personally, I'm putting him in the top 5 pound for pound.
Oh, yeah.
I'm putting him in the top 5. Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, he deserves it. I mean, Wilder, the longest reigning heavyweight champion, he's knocking everyone out. And granted that Lomachenko move up and down weights, and that's how people judge it. Crawford's moving up and down weights, Spence and Canelo moving up and down weights, winning. Heavyweights can't do that, clearly. But Tyson Fury went out there and took the biggest punching guy in boxing today, took it to him, wasn't scared of his right hand, landed his own right hand, dropped him twice and made him quit. So right now I think Tyson is the man at the heavyweight division.
For sure. Who here in the States we don't always hear about the UK prospects and the guys. Dubois is a guy that I keep consistently hearing about. Obviously, has the Joyce fight coming up. Who are some of the young UK fighters that fans should look out for and that you're excited about?
A young guy called Dennis McCann, another gypsy like Tyson Fury. Dennis McCann. I think he's 4-0. I'm going to guess. I think he's super bantamweight or featherweight. I'm not sure. It's 4-0. Watch out for the kid, Dennis McCann. Then you've got an Irish guy called Sean McComb, 140 pounder. Looks like he's moving down to 135 pound. Cracking fighter as well. I think he's 13-0 coming up. Another Irish fighter, Gary Cully. you're getting a trend here. It's all gypsies and Irish guys and Scottish guys, but there's loads actually. There's loads. The UK's buzzing at the moment.
Hey there, fight fans. Breon Page here with Fanatics View. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more knockouts, subscribe down below at Fanatics View.